Alright, here goes Turtle Rock. So, the first thing you do is use the Cane of Samaria on the question mark nodes, and it creates a platform for you that you can control along the white guided lines. Then you I come in here and I use it again. And now for this part, you have to light up all 4 candles for the door to open. Torches, sorry, I missed. And then what I do is I hook myself so I can fall, because I really don't like to wait for the platform to go all the way back. It takes forever. Just be patient and avoid these things, even though I'm trying to be quick. Get the small key. And there's a trick with the hook shot, because while it's like waiting to attach to something, it grants you invincibility frames. So as long as it's extending and retracting and hasn't hit anything yet, you're able to be temporarily invincible, which is pretty cool. Because I guess the game, if you're gonna fly over a pit or not, it needs to get rid of Link's hitboxes in order to do that. I mean, that's just my take on the programming aspect. But if he has, a hurt box, then he'll fall in the pit when you try to grapple over it. And these guys are annoying. They actually do a lot of damage. I didn't expect them to hit me either. You kind of have to bait them in one direction and then go in the other. Alright, now we come down here. Get a heart. And these tunnels can get pretty annoying if you don't know where you're going. Get some arrows, why not? This room can get really annoying if you let those magic guys come and get you. Because when they hit you, they drain your magic and your health. So it's like double the annoyance. And I'm gonna have to be patient because I'm running low on hearts. That's what I get for rushing, right? And now that eye above the door, if you look at it, it shoots you. So that's why I turned my back before entering that room. And here we go, the big key. There are 2 different kinds of eyes in this stage. One that's like squinted, it's like halfway open. So that means it'll only shoot if you're looking at it. And then there's one that's just always open, that will just shoot if anything is in its sight. Doesn't even care if you're looking at it or not. So that's the difference. And for the purpose of this run, I am going to get the mirror shield, even though this is a speed run. Like I said, there's certain items that I could have totally disregarded, but I'm choosing to get them. Like the blue mail isn't necessary at all. And how lucky, a fairy. So now I'm gonna come down here, and this item, the item that you get from this dungeon is really, it's not even necessary at all for the completion of the game. It's just kind of useful. So I'll get it anyway, because I like it. It's the mirror shield, which in N64 it's way more useful, but in this one it's just partially useful. Like those beams now, I can just stand there and they'll be deflected, or they'll just be, just clank with my shield and I won't take any damage. More of this guy. Get my magic meter up. And I guess I forget, because some of the holes in the walls you don't need a bomb for. You can just run into them and they'll break. And those cracks are those kinds of holes. I could have just ran into the wall and saved my bomb. Alright, now this room is the most annoying room in the dungeon. Because you can't fully control your movement while on these platforms. Only when you get to those nodes, those white nodes, even then your control is limited. You're only able to go in certain directions. So what I'm trying to do is get there and get to a switch that opens the door. And then I have to find the right path that allows me to get to the door itself. So this part can be really annoying. Right now I'm just being patient so I don't die, basically. And there is a simple solution. I'm just dilly-dallying so I don't get touched again. Yeah, right here. Come down and around. Step on the switch, and now we go straight to the door. You don't want to go anywhere else. Just being patient. And here we are, finally. So this is going to be a little bit harder. Even though I have a fairy on deck, it's still not going to be easy. I need a key for that door, so I'm going to come straight down here and be patient with this guy. Just remember this red guy, how many hits he took? Look at that, 2 spin attacks and he's done. There we go. With my new mirror shield, I can finally get past it. This is going to be tough though. With one. Alright. I have half of a heart right now. And there is 1/4 damage in this game. Like, if you notice, sometimes I got hit by bats and by smaller enemies and my heart was unaffected. That's because it literally did 1/4 of a heart. I'm not sure if it goes down to 1/8 at any point, depending on what armor I have, but no heart. Wow. Thank you. Alright, there's 1 heart. Now I'm going to activate this and fill up my magic meter, because you need magic for this fight. I really recommend getting a bottle full of green magic potion. And here we go. The way this boss works is that he has 3 heads. The ice head you need to hit with the fire rod and then attack it. And he starts wagging his tail when he's getting ready to charge his head at you. So then you need to use the ice rod on the fire head. And I'm missing terribly here because I don't want to get hit. But I am being a little hasty. So now I have a couple more chances. And I'm going to let him just swing out, and now I'll go try again. Ooh. There we go. 1, 2. And the knockback from the hits almost pushed me into the spikes. There we go. 5 hits with the red sword, and each head is gone. But now we have to worry about the body. And this part is pretty straightforward also. You have to hit the middle, his center, and just don't let him touch you, and don't run into his tail or anything. His motions can be kind of weird, but it's pretty straightforward. Way easier than the random snake, so I'm not complaining. And the reason I killed the ice head first is because if you let him live long enough, he spills ice onto the floor, and if you let him live even longer, he'll cover the whole floor with ice, and it slows down your movement, so you can't really dodge the snake or anything. It gets really troublesome. So in my opinion, you should kill the ice head first. Hey, it's Zelda. You are the legendary hero. Yep, so now they have a warm, heartfelt welcome. And finally, Zelda's the last sage who died, glass maiden. But you're saving her now. So she tells you to go to the Tower of Ganon and we'll break the seal so you can enter his dungeon. And this is the last dungeon in the whole game. Now that I'm at full health, I'll just come right over here. Whoops. 2 hearts? Damn. Alright, so here goes. This is Ganon's tower. So they're attempting to break the barrier for me. And what do you know? It works. Alright guys, so stay tuned for the last dungeon.